This is a regular meeting of the Township Committee. Public notice of this meeting has been given as required by the Open Public Meetings Law. A resolution was adopted on January 1st, 2026, designating this date, this hall, and 7:30 p.m. as the time for this regular meeting of the Township Committee of the Township of Union in the County of Union. A notice of each and every meeting of the Township Committee was posted in accordance with the aforesaid Open Public Meetings Law in one public place reserved for the posting of ordinances and official notices of the Township of Union, namely the bulletin board next to the clerk's office. In addition thereto, a copy of said resolution was forwarded to the local source in Star Ledger. A copy of said resolution is on file with the clerk of the township.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Good evening, everyone. This evening, the prayer will be led by Committeewoman Terrell and the flag salute by Deputy Mayor Florio. Please rise.
God of power, might, wisdom, and justice, through you authority is rightly administered, laws are enacted, and judgment is decreed. Assist this Township Committee with your spirit of counsel and fortitude, and guide us to seek righteousness, justice, and mercy, and assist us in leading our township with honesty and integrity. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please silence all cell phones during the meeting, please. Tonight, before we begin, we have a proclamation for Global Love Day. I love this. I'm going to read a lot of it. It says, whereas the Love Foundation Incorporated, a nonprofit organization, has announced Global Love Day to facilitate its establishing love and peace on our planet. And Global Love Day will establish a worldwide focus towards unconditionally loving each other as well as ourselves. And we are one humanity on this planet. My apologies, allergies. And all share in the universal bond of love, and love begins with self-acceptance and forgiveness. And with respect and compassion, we embrace diversity, and together we make a difference. Further distinguishing herself by winning the prestigious categories of fashionista, glamour, and most photogenic. Beyond the titles and accolades, Kina is a distinguished professional with over 25 years of expertise in program management within the healthcare sector, as well as a successful entrepreneur as the owner of Gigi Chichi Boutique, LLC, and CEO of Elevate Proxy, LLC. Kina has utilized her platform as well as on the platform of We Do Recover to courageously share her journey of over 4 years of sobriety, working tirelessly to break the stigma surrounding addiction and substance use disorder. Through her career as an international model, walking runways from New York all the way to London, and her dedication as a mother to her daughter, Kina McCutcheon. She exemplifies the resilience, authenticity, and empowerment that are cherished in the Township of Union. We thank you so much, and we are so honored to have such wonderful residents in Union Township. Please come on up. We're going to ask all of the lovely queens to please come on up as well. Once again, congratulations. And Union rocks. If you know of anyone who deserves recognition, please let us know. We'd love to recognize our residents. Okay, at this moment, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of April 28th, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Madam Clerk, can we move on with the ordinances?
I have for your consideration on draft and first reading an ordinance amending ordinance number 5887 to correct the name of the purchaser of township-owned property on Maple Avenue, Block 4811, Lot 41.
Move the draft be taken up by first reading by title at this time.
Second.
Corrective ordinance of the Township Committee of the Township of Union, County of Union, State of New Jersey, authorizing the private sale of Block 4811, Lot 41 in the Township of Union pursuant to NJSA 48:12-1 et sec. Mr. Figueredo?
Yes.
Ms. Terrell?
Yes.
Mr. Bowser?
Yes.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Mayor Fraser?
Yes.
Move the draft be taken up at our next regularly scheduled meeting for second and final reading.
Second.
Mr. Figueredo?
Yes.
Ms. Terrell?
Yes.
Mr. Bowser?
Yes.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Mayor Fraser?
Yes.
Amending Chapter 361 of the Municipal Code to address commercial handbills delivered to residential homes.
Move draft be taken up on first reading by title at this time.
Second.
An ordinance amending Chapter 361 entitled Littering in the Township of Union, Union County, New Jersey. This ordinance addresses commercial handbills delivered to residential homes. Mr. Figueredo?
Yes.
Ms. Terrell?
Yes.
Mr. Bowser?
Yes.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Mayor Fraser?
Yes.
Move draft be taken up at the next regularly scheduled meeting for second and final reading.
Second.
Mr. Figueredo?
Yes.
Ms. Terrell?
Yes.
Mr. Bowser?
Yes.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Mayor Fraser?
Yes.
Assigning the handicap space located in front of 1433 Burnett Avenue to the resident.
Move draft be taken up for first reading by title at this time.
Second.
An ordinance amending the designation of restricted parking spaces for use by persons with special vehicle identification cards in the Township of Union, Union County, New Jersey. This ordinance creates a handicap space in front of 1433 Burnett Avenue. Mr. Figueredo?
Yes.
Ms. Terrell?
Yes.
Mr. Bowser?
Yes.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Mayor Fraser?
Yes.
Amending Chapter 170 of the Municipal Code to prohibit AI data centers in all zoning districts.
Move the draft be taken up on first reading by title at this time.
Second.
An ordinance amending Chapters 170-1209 and 170-201 of the town, by the Township Committee of the Township of Union, County of Union, State of New Jersey. This ordinance prohibits AI data centers in all zoning districts. Mr. Figueredo?
Yes.
Ms. Terrell?
Yes.
Mr. Bowser?
Yes.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Mayor Fraser?
Yes.
Move the draft be referred to the planning board.
Second.
Mr. Figueredo?
Yes.
Ms. Terrell?
Yes.
Mr. Bowser?
Yes.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Mayor Fraser?
Yes.
The following resolutions, accepting a performance bond in the amount of $5,000 and establishing a special trust fund account in the amount of $1,000 from A. Turnus Construction LLC, 20 Windsor Avenue.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Accepting a performance bond in the amount of $16,200 and cash bond in the amount of $1,800 and establishing a special trust fund in the amount of $1,000 for 310 Carnegie Place LLC.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Supporting the restoration of energy tax receipts and increased municipal aid to provide real property tax relief.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Accepting a performance bond in the amount of $5,000 and establishing a special trust fund in the amount of $1,500 from USA Concession Enterprises LLC, 1160 Springfield Road.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing a maintenance agreement for the software for the Police Department's fingerprinting machine with IDEMIA Identity and Security USA LLC for a fee not to exceed $3,344.06.
Move to approve the agreement.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Amending Resolution 2026-70, increasing the amount to Goodyear Tire and Rubber, care of F&S Tire Corp. by $5,000 for a total amount not to exceed $18,000 for the purchase of tires and tubes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Amending Resolution 2026-56, increasing the amount to American Wear Inc. by an additional $3,500 for a total amount not to exceed $41,500 for police uniforms.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing the lease of 10 police vehicles from Enterprise Corporate through the Sourcewell Co-op, contract 030122 EFM for an amount not to exceed $146,235.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Amending the 2026 temporary budget.
Move the temporary budget.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Figurito?
Yes.
Ms. Terrell?
Yes.
Mr. Bowser?
Yes.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Mayor Fraser.
Yes.
Ask you to approve the finances as listed on the agenda.
Motion to approve the finances.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The following communications from Terry Melander, Tax Collector, requesting the Township Committee authorize checks issued to the following, representing the redemption of tax sale certificates as listed on the agenda.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
From Kim D. Eason, First Baptist Church of Vauxhall, requesting permission to close Hilton Avenue from Berkeley Place to Laurel Avenue on Saturday, July 18, 2026, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. for a church anniversary celebration with a rain date of Saturday, August 1st.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
From Reuben Shaw, Borough of Roselle Park, requesting the use of the Showmobile for the annual Feast of St. Anthony on Thursday, June 4th, 2026 through Sunday, June 7th, 2026.
Move to approve the request.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
From Dr. Dolly Triel Orthodontics, requesting the use of Rapkin Park for a picnic to celebrate their second anniversary of their business, and also requesting to have an ice cream truck and DJ on Saturday, May 30th from 1 to 4 p.m. for approximately 100 people.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
From Rosa Santa Cruz, Rosabelle Beauty Salon, 2161 Springfield Avenue, requesting to hang 2 6-foot feather banners advertising the salon for 30 days.
Madam Clerk, those types of banners are not allowed, so I move to deny.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ratifying the request from Jimmy Barrow, Cold Stone Creamery, to use parking lot 14 to park his mobile trailer for the period of 1 month, beginning May 11th, 2026 through June 11th, 2026, while the store is being renovated.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Department reports from the Clerk's Office, Fire Department, Municipal Court, and Community Development.
Move they be received and filed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That concludes my part of the agenda.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. At this time, we'll have our committee reports. Committeewoman Terrell with the Fire Department.
Before I read my report, I have a motion to approve the following license applications. BYOB, Heads and Sticks, 1700 Stuyvesant Avenue. Instaclaw, 1021 Stuyvesant Avenue. Leela's Free Tay and Pie, 550 North Avenue. And entertainment and amusement licenses, Patty's Place, 967 Stuyvesant Avenue. Union Elks, 281 Chestnut Street. Union Sports Arena, 2441-A, Route 22 West. Signatures, 2586 Morris Avenue. Liberty Tavern, 1403 Liberty Avenue. And Black Diamond Billiards, 1767 Route 22 West.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
My fire department report for this week. During this reporting period, the Union Fire Department responded to 187 calls for service, including fire suppression, emergency medical assistance, and motor vehicle incidents. 3 significant incidents that I'd like to call out. Tour 2 on May 3rd, Tour 2 responded to a 2-car motor vehicle accident on Morris Avenue and Adams Avenue. 1 driver had to be extricated from their vehicle by fire personnel. A total of 3 patients were transported to University Hospital. On May 5th, Tour 4 responded to a 2-car motor vehicle accident on Chestnut Street during the morning commute. Members treated the driver of one of the vehicles and transported them to the hospital. And also on May 5th, members responded to a vehicle fire on Stuyvesant Avenue. The roadway was down while the fire crews extinguished the fire. No injuries were reported. Fire safety reminder for this week. May is National Electrical Safety Month. Last year in the United States, there were over 50,000 electrical fires. The Union Fire Department would like to remind all residents to check all extension cords before use and discard them if they show any damage. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Is it me or do I smell smoke?
What's his?
You good? Okay, let's continue. Committeeman Figueredo with
Thank you,
the
Mayor.
senior.
Going to begin tomorrow from our senior center. Tomorrow there'll be a Build Your Own Terrarium event. That's from 10:30 to 11:30. You can create your own garden in a relaxing hands-on workshop. You will design and build your beautiful terrarium using a variety of plants, soil, and decorative elements. And you'll leave with a unique, easy-to-care-for terrarium to enjoy at home. Now, ongoing health and wellness, next Tuesday from 9:30 to 11:30, there will be a nurse there to provide health maintenance check and prevention services. And also that day, take care of your health, then take care of your good looks. Cosmetology Spa Day will be from 10 to 12:30. We'll have some of our high school students there. They'll be pampering our seniors, manicures, basic nail care, and a supervised professional environment. It's a fun intergenerational experience that brings our community together. And the Seniors Farmers Market E-Benefit Nutrition Program begins Wednesday, May 20th from 9:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Registration will be on site, and eligible seniors will receive their e-benefits the same day. There will be no call-in registration. You do need an age verification, residency verification such as a utility bill, and an income verification. It could be income tax or social security statement. That'll be on Wednesday, May 20th. There's a knee strengthening conditioning program that began April 20th, and I think it's important to mention this is a 10-week program from 10:15 to 11 a.m. It's designed to help improve stability, mobility, and leg strength. I think it's ideal for individuals to build strength, improve movement, and support knee health in a safe and supportive environment. And some upcoming trips for our seniors: they're going to Wind Creek Casino to win some money, of course. Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, that's May 21st, $40 per ticket. They're going down to the Shrimp Box restaurant on May 27th. That bus will depart at 10:45 from the Senior Center. There's a $40 prefix lunch, and after lunch they'll make a stop at Delicious Orchards where they can pick up some fresh produce, baked goods, and specialty items. And then Thursday, June 4th, and that's far ahead, but Hunterdon Hills has a show, Frankie and Me, which is set to the timeless hits of Frank Sinatra, and that's $90, including the luncheon. If you have any questions on the seniors, any programs there, you can call 908-851-5290. And from our rec department, the Union Rec Department is excited to announce that registration for summer volleyball programs will open this Wednesday, May 13th. That's tomorrow. These summer volleyball programs are always a hit and sell out each year. They're led by middle school head coach Alicia Rodriguez. These clinics are a great way for beginner and intermediate players to stay sharp between seasons and to get ready for their upcoming tryouts. Classes are held at Kiwami in July for those entering 3rd through 8th grade. Another exciting enrichment program returning this summer is an introduction to baton twirling program, something I could never do, hosted by Union High School Nicole Plaka. She's the Union High School coach. The baton team has won multiple awards and competitions, so this is an introduction, perfect way for aspiring twirlers to learn the sport and learn from the best. This will be for boys and girls ages 5 and up. No experience is necessary. And the Union Rec Department strives to offer enriching and fun activities that appeals to kids of all interests. If you'd like to learn more about these and other classes, call the office at 908-686-4200. And that concludes my report, Mayor.
Thank you so much. I think I'm going to call the senior department. I need knee strengthening as well. Getting up there. Committeeman Bowser with the DPW report.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a reminder, the Township of Union and Department of Public Works will have their seedling giveaway for Township of Union residents on Saturday, May 16th at the Department of Public Works facility located at 1 Swanstone Place East. The giveaway, 150 seedlings, will begin at 9 a.m. until supplies last. The seedling types are red buds and dogwoods. Limit is one per person. Proof of residency is required. No businesses are permitted. The Department of Public Works is currently working with Groundworks Elizabeth in Joe Collins Park on a walking path, which will include a 1-mile trail with benches and signs. Expected completion is May 28th, weather permitting. The road division completed 69 pothole repairs, 9 road patch applications, repaired a sinkhole on Woolley Avenue, utilized 31 tons of asphalt material, and cleaned 351 streets. Sewer division flushed 28 sewer lines for maintenance. 3 hours after emergency call-outs for sanitary issues, 44 enzyme applications to minimize fats, oils, and greases, cleaned 64 catch basins, and the shade tree division removed 27 stumps, 19 removals, 5 trims, 8 tree assessments. As always, all questions and concerns regarding Department of Public Works can be addressed by calling 908-686-1922 or by using the Report a Concern feature on the Township website. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. And our Deputy Mayor with the police report.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Once again, our very active police department. Calls for service were over 2,500 in the past 2 weeks. Directed patrols were almost 1,300. So you understand what a directed patrol is. They don't just ride around. A lot of analytics are done to understand where there could be issues, there could be problems, and police are directed more towards those areas. We had 66 arrests, which are down from 100 from the previous 2 weeks, which is encouraging. And a lot of our speed enforcement numbers, truck enforcements, we issued 13 tickets, again, trying to keep oversized trucks off of streets where they don't belong. Red light enforcement, you can't ride anywhere in any place in New Jersey and not see people running red lights. We're actively trying to prevent what we can. We issued 57 tickets in the past 2 weeks to people we caught running red lights. Speed initiative, again, we're trying to control the speeds as best we can on our streets, and we issued 61 tickets in the past 2 weeks to try and enforce that. Just some of the highlights of our police department. On May 1st, an officer conducted a motor vehicle stop on Maggie Avenue. The vehicle was found to be bearing a stolen New Jersey license plate. The driver was placed under arrest and charged with receiving stolen property. Again, our surveillance and the type of technology we have, we can detect these kind of license plates. On May 9th, patrol officers responded to a report of a male attempting to steal a car on Balmore Avenue and located a male matching that description, located them in another place. The resident was able to identify the male as the suspect. The suspect was placed under arrest and was charged with burglary and possession of CDS. He was also found to have numerous warrants. On May 10th, a patrol officer located a stolen vehicle on Route 22 and conducted a felony stop. The driver was taken into custody and placed under arrest. The female driver was charged with theft of a motor vehicle and sent to the county county jail on a warrant. Between April 27th and May 10th, the past 2 weeks, Union Police Department officers also made 5 DUI arrests, 7 shoplifting arrests, and 16 motor vehicle warrants. As you can see, our police department is extremely active, making sure you, the residents of Union, are safe as possible we can in this community. Congratulations again to our active police department. That's my report for tonight, Mayor.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Before we discuss our upcoming events, I want to congratulate our local elementary and middle school students who were part of the Youngest Artists exhibit at the Union Arts Center this past Friday. It was an incredible evening celebrating vibrant imagination and artistic energy. We are so proud of these talented creators and are grateful to the dedicated teachers who guided and inspired them and their projects. If you would like to take a look at the artwork, it will still be available and the exhibit will be open until June 5th. Pre-Memorial Day encampment. Join us for our Pre-Memorial Day Living History encampment on Sunday, May 24th from 1 to 4 p.m. at Freiburger Park. Experience the Revolutionary Era with Continental Army, British Army, and Hessians. Bring your family and friends for an exciting and educational day of history as it comes alive. Our Memorial Day Parade is on Monday, May 25th at 10 a.m. as we honor our military heroes. The parade will begin at the VFW on High Street and will feature vintage cars, motorcycles, and military units. After the parade, gather at Pearl Harbor Circle for a reenactment and Memorial Park at Honor Road Park starting at 12 p.m. Let's come together to celebrate and remember those who gave their lives for our country. Our Union Market, the season has begun. Join us for the 2026 season of Market at Union, returning at 1980 Morris Avenue every Thursday evening beginning June 4th. Located in front of the Union Arts Center, this weekly event features curated selection of local vendors and a rotating lineup of popular food trucks. We invite the entire community to stop by between 5 and 8:30 p.m. to shop, eat, and enjoy vibrant downtown atmosphere. Celebrate Union Pride on Saturday, June 6th at 4:30 p.m. The afternoon begins with a flag-raising ceremony at Town Hall, followed by unforgettable soul-stirring concert featuring the legendary Frenchie Davis at the Union Arts Center. This entire event is free and open to all, offering a perfect blend of high-energy performance, joyful activities, and authentic storytelling. Visit unionartscenternj.com to RSVP. And as a reminder, pet licensing. License your dogs and cats for 2026. State law requires proof of vaccination when licensing. You can license in person at the clerk's office or online at uniontownship.com. Also, to stay abreast of any information going on around town, please sign up for emergency and general notifications online at uniontownship.com. These updates are also posted on Facebook at TWP Union NJ. That concludes the upcoming events. At this time, we are going to open up the meeting to the public. As a reminder, please state your name, your address, and you have 5 minutes. Anyone with questions from the public? Please come on up to the mic.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Patricia Ricker, 140 Walton Avenue in Union. I just have a quick question. You were talking about the AI, and it said prohibited in non-zoning districts. What is a non-zoning district?
So we have zones in, it's in all zoning districts.
It's in all-
So whether it's business, factory, homes, residential, so it's all zoning districts.
Okay, the reason I'm asking, I live on we live on Walton Avenue, and we live right, Merck is right behind us. The AI Center is right behind us. And it is very, very frustrating and very worrisome to us. Along Chestnut, along Galloping Hill Road, they put these monstrous, I don't know what they are, these monstrous towers up. Wires everywhere, the whole street looks horrible. I mean, it's just really distracting. Why was that allowed in Union? Isn't this a Kenilworth thing? Why do we have to look at all that stuff? Why did Uniontown, did you guys approve that?
No, we did not.
Okay, so how did it get there? How did it get on our side of the township?
Right.
Mayor-
Galloping,
Mayor, if I may.
please.
So,
Our
uh,
attorney will address you.
Good evening. So you're referring to the AI data center and these poles on Galloping Hill Road. So we had discussed this in conference, and PSE&G, whether it be the Township Union, the Borough of Kenilworth, any municipality, in essence throughout the entire state, have use of every right-of-way within a municipality. That's why you have existing telephone poles or light poles in the right-of-way. So Galloping Hill Road is a county road, okay? As you're probably aware, that gets plowed by the county, like during the winter for snow. They handle the repairs. But if those poles in fact are for the AI data center or some other reason, again, that's something that's with PSE&G, and as you're probably aware, they're regulated by the BPU. So frankly, I could tell you here in the Township of Union, the issue often arises when the utility companies come out and cut our municipal trees, and sometimes they really.
I understand
they really do a hatchet job on our trees. So we don't really have any control over that, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I understand that, but it's atrocious. You see this stuff on our streets, on Galloping Hill Road, it's absolutely disgusting. I don't understand, there's nothing that can be done about this, absolutely nothing? We have no recourse?
Public service does what they want to do. We have very little recourse against, we've complained about things, but they have a right to do this stuff, and we can't stop it.
From somebody. Public service just didn't go out and say, hey, I think we're going to put these giant poles here with all these ugly wires. I'm sure that they didn't do that, so it had to come from somebody.
No, it comes from public service.
And so
Patricia.
public service just came out here on their own and put
They
those
do
up.
that any place.
Mayor, if I may? Mayor. Patricia, I addressed a group that came to our conference meeting. They put those on my street, which is a very small one-way street, which is nowhere near Walton, about 5 years ago. I think this is all post-Hurricane Sandy, where they got funds for infrastructure improvements, and this is a way to reroute electricity. I'm not a PSE&G expert, so I can't go further than that. I'm just letting you know, they've been on my street, those high poles, for 5 years.
We got hit with Sandy, so why didn't they put them there sooner? All of a sudden, AI is now an issue, and now they're putting these poles out.
Ms. Rickard, we appreciate your frustration, but public utility has a franchise right in our public rights of way. They can do what they will. The township has little to no recourse. Your frustration is absolutely noted. It's absolutely justified. The question is, where do you go if you have a frustration with that? You go to the BPU. That's your recourse as it relates to those poles and those wires.
Thank you.
Just think
Thank you.
You don't live there. We live there.
Thank you.
Our property values are dropping because of this insanity. Someone should do something. It's just not right.
I'm Terry this is loud, sorry. I'm Terry Seuss. I live on Chestnut Street, 292, right by 5 Points. So I called the mayor at the time, I think, Mr. Bowser, and spoke to him when the trees were being cut down on Chestnut Street. I was shocked. And that was when the first couple were being cut down. And then he said to me, first of all, I don't think you guys have an office here. So I had to make about 15 phone calls to find him. And then he said, there's nothing we can do because that's PSE&G. So then I watched about 10 trees cut down that are shade-providing trees in a time of global warming. So I was shocked at that. And as he said, PSE&G can do whatever they want in the right-of-way. So I thought, okay, they're knocking down the trees, they're going to come back and improve the wires. Oh, no, they brought in these towers that you all have seen, I'm sure. You're our representatives. You know, we hope you're aware of that. And that perhaps you would have addressed this to the BPU yourselves. You're our representatives. We need you to be doing something here. This is not normal. This is not normal. And we live here, we have had the blessings of living here. You all have done a magnificent job on so many things. Our streets get the potholes filled, stuff, which is great. But I have to tell you, in 1 week, I had bad news almost every day of the week. Number one, the Dunkin' Donuts at 5 Corners has become a drive-through. We fought that in 2021, beat it back. We were assured that the only drive-throughs in Union were not in the neighborhoods, they were on Route 22. Fine, okay, very good, nice resolution. Oh no, it was never denied, it was withdrawn, and the guy came back a year ago, and nobody knew about it, and now this whole place is going to be, I guess, renovated, demolished, changed into a drive-through. We don't even know what the specs are. But what we do know is that there is a huge fence around the property that has taken up the entire sidewalk and the bus stop. So now you have a plan to reduce auto accidents and reduce pedestrian accidents, Vision Zero, and you've got people walking in the street because they can't pass on the sidewalk. So somebody's got to go up there and put up some signs and direct the pedestrians. So where's our city engineer? And you guys can make that happen. I'm just alerting you to it. I'm not happy. I don't know who allowed that drive-through to go through, because that's right at 5 Points. You've got constant auto accidents there, and now we have this. And it used to be a place where a lot of people from the neighborhood would go and sit and have coffee, and there was plenty of business in and out. It was quite a pleasant place. So we're disappointed about that. Second, that week, then we find out a year earlier, Merck has been changed into suddenly a data center, and people didn't know, they weren't notified. And we were at the planning board and at the town council, and we're wondering, have you been communicating with Kenilworth at all? And we hope so, and perhaps you could advocate for us that we don't want this. You've got people on your boundary, Walton, Sinclair, the streets up there, right by the Ciabras, who are going to be severely affected by this. I happen to be 2 blocks away. I'm probably not real happy about it myself. And I've watched spewing come out of there at night. That's 2. Number 3, your school board has just closed every library in Union schools. Did you know that? That was their budget. Maybe we may need Mr. Moldami to come over here and talk about how to balance a budget. How did I say it? The wrong name. So anyway, you know who I mean. The New Yorker should come over here and show you how to balance a budget in the school board without closing your libraries. And maybe you all need to be communicating with the school board and try and find a little more money. I mean, maybe we would provide more money to make sure those libraries stayed open. What is a school without a library where people can go for solace, where they can go to look things up? They have a professional information specialist.
Thank you so much for your comments. We have been in communication with Kenilworth. So we're doing the best that we can, right? That's why we've come up with this ordinance to prohibit AI from happening in our township. They did assure us that they did send out notice, which they were supposed to do to the people within the 200-foot radius. We're doing our best, and believe you me that we are in contact with them. We are trying to advocate for them. In reference to the BOE, I'm an educator, so it's heartbreaking. The libraries are not closing. The librarians will not be there, some librarians, but there will be somebody there. The libraries will be open for the kids, because, right, what's a school without a library?
Yeah.
But again, that is not us, that is the board budget.
Can
But
you
we
work with
appreciate
them?
your
We really want you to be working
course,
more with
of
these
course.
entities. The fact
we
that
are.
this is a year down the road from Merck,
your time is up, I'm sorry. We are, rest assured that
we
we are.
will need to have some separate meetings with
Yes.
you all, because
Thank you so
the
much.
data center in Union is the power poles.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your
PSE&G
comments.
told us that's where they're going. That power is all going to the data center.
Thank you. Any further comments or questions from the public?
I'm Rosemary Halliday. I live on 1030.
Oh, I can't hear you. Can you
Okay.
please speak up? Thank you.
Rosemary Halliday. Can you hear me?
Is the mic on?
Rosemary Halliday,
There you go.
1032 Brighton Street, Union, New Jersey. I've lived in Union since 1952, and I've never had a problem like this, such a threat to our community. This is regarding the data center again. I'm worried about the strain on our infrastructure through overconsumption of the water and electricity. I'm worried about our quality of life, the noise from the cooling systems and generators. I'm worried about the air quality, the generators emitting pollutants. I'm worried about light pollution. I can still make out the Dipper and the Orion now, but I won't when they turn their lights on. And it also is going to interrupt the migratory birds. I'm worried about safety. When they're using all that water, what happens to when there's a fire in town and we have no pressure? I'm worried about the heat generated. The residents are going to need air conditioning more often in the summer and causing our bills to go even higher. And most importantly, because of all of the above, I'm worried about home values. Okay, so I'm really glad that you addressed this problem tonight regarding the resolution, the ordinance. But if you can do anything else coordinating with the other towns to fight this, I'd really appreciate it. And
Thank you.
and just one more other thing. Thank you for all the support that you give the senior center, and a shout out to Maria. She does a great job. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Jay Spinelli, 1319 Alden Terrace. My curiosity is, when PSE&G comes into any other town that I've heard of, they have to let the township know. I know this for a fact. So, are you guys telling me that you didn't know that they were coming in to put those poles in and take the trees down? Okay, so let me just take a step back. First off, I want to congratulate all these people that have come out here to talk and speak up, because it's very important that they are here to let you know what's bothering them. I'm glad that you guys are in contact with Kenilworth. I'm glad that you guys are communicating that the town will not have any AI stations here. That's very good, and I appreciate that. Thank you for doing that. But at the same time, you knew this was coming. You did. Donald Trump, Travisano, don't put your head down. You knew.
Don't point at me, sir.
You knew it was coming.
We're not
Okay?
doing name calling.
It may not have been you five, but if you don't like it, then say something about it. Do something. Go to the county, go to anybody you have to, speak up. I am tired of hearing everybody everywhere always say, oh, this is a county road, this is a state road, we can't do anything. You represent all these people, and me. You represent me. So get out there and speak up. It's not a good idea to have this happening. The trees are gone. I went down the street and I looked at it myself, and 5 Points was torn up. It was closed down overnight and it was torn up. So you mean to tell me you guys didn't know any of this was coming? No? None of you. Oh, Joe, you got nothing to lose. You ain't running anymore. Let them know, brother. Speak up, man. I got to tell you, Cliff People talks to me now, man. He lets me know what's going on. Don't be afraid. Say it.
You want me to say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Joe, you're a good man.
PSE&G has the right to do anything. We had a long discussion at conference with some people who are concerned. We could say we don't like what they're doing, but they have the right to come in, and we can't stop them.
Okay.
Okay.
I can give up some of my time to her if I'm allowed. Am I allowed? I'm not allowed. Robert's rules says I can't give up my time?
You're not allowed, sir. You can make your comments and use your time
Dan,
accordingly.
I'm done with you.
Look, Mayor, let me tell you something.
Please be
Mr. Spinelli comes up here to
Listen,
criticize
Mr.
this.
Spinelli
Hold on,
comes up
hold on,
here
sir.
to speak the truth to you. If you don't like it, then that's too bad.
You could
But the
say,
truth of the matter is, you're not helping this town by what you're doing. And Dan, just sit there. Do what you need to do. It's these 5 people that represent us that I'm asking. Do your job. Speak up. It's okay. And as a matter of fact, let's all go to Joe Cryan, because he represents both areas, and ask him. He's the senator of the 20th legislation. Let's have him talk to the state and the county and whoever else we need to talk to. It's okay. Speak up. I know you can. Patty, I know you could speak up. You got a voice, and I'm actually happy you have that voice. Don't be afraid. Speak up, guys. Okay? Now just remember, we get 5 minutes here, right? That's what we get. You guys get 3 years. Do something with it. Thank you.
Any further questions from the public?
You know, a few years ago, a little more than
Your name
a
and
few
address,
years-
please, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Robert Schnera, 140 Walton Avenue, and I lived in this town for over 70 years at that address. And one of the things I remember years ago, we were nominated the 75th best place to live in the United States. I wouldn't want to see anything happen to drop our rankings. So fight this thing with this AI, because my property borders zebras and it's 50 feet away from the property. Oh, it wasn't called, from what I understand, it wasn't called, what is it? CoreWeave Data Center. It was called Northeast Science Technology Center. Well, looking at that sign, I thought it was a school coming in. I didn't think it was anything with, I didn't see CoreWeave. I didn't see data center. So I just feel like Kenilworth, they were lying to the people to try to pull a fast one. And I've been to both those meetings. And it was just like the gentleman said, well, no, you have to go to the state. Well, no, this is the county that does this. Well, no, this is the township that does. This is the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, you know? And that's all that you seem to get from Kenilworth. And I would expect better from you people. I would. Because I think it's ridiculous. You want to put a AI data center somewhere? Put it in Short Hills, New Jersey. All right? Put it in Mendham. Okay? Put it in the rich areas. But you know what? They won't do that because those people have money and they can fight back. We have you. That's all we have. Because I don't think anybody here is rolling in dough. I know I'm not. So it's like the gentleman said, do something. Get off your behinds and do something.
Thank you for your comments, sir. Do we have any other comments from the public? Come on up.
Good evening. First, I just want to say thank you for...
Your name and address, please.
Oh, Victor Gomes, 565 South Master Parkway. I just want to start by saying thank you for answering some of our questions in the previous conference meeting. That was definitely appreciated. I did want to make a statement just regarding my serious concerns around the Kenilworth CoreWeave AI Data Center project. And you consider this, an amendment upon some of the discussion we already had. But I appreciate that the township is introducing an ordinance to restrict or ban future data center development within Union. But if these facilities present risks serious enough to justify this action within our township, then the CoreWeave AI Data Center project directly on Union's border in Kenilworth must be treated with the same urgency and concern. This is not an ordinary redevelopment project. Residents throughout Union, Kenilworth, Roselle Park, and neighboring communities are increasingly alarmed about the project's reported 250 megawatt electrical demand, extensive backup generator infrastructure, potential noise and air quality impacts, water usage, emergency preparedness concerns, and the strain this could place on an already stressed electrical grid. The proliferation of AI data centers in New Jersey has already been documented as a major contributor to our electric bills nearly doubling in just the last couple of years. The negative impacts of these facilities do not stop at municipal boundaries. They affect communities for miles around the site, as evidenced by a multitude of current credible news reports and studies from various locations around the country where AI data centers have already been constructed. Union residents may ultimately face many of the same risks as Kenilworth residents, despite having little or no voice in the approval process up to this point. The town as a whole, from a financial standpoint, could suffer significantly as well through the deflation of property values, a topic that I don't believe has been discussed to its fullest extent. There are also serious concerns regarding the approval of this project, which Kenilworth officials appear to have fast-tracked with little to no transparency or public awareness, and whether neighboring municipalities were meaningfully informed or consulted before this project moved forward. Now, I understand that you all attested that you were notified and were aware, and I think that actually just draws some additional questions and concerns. So I think the point that I'm really trying to make is, and I think I speak for a lot of residents, is that you as union officials and how Mr. Spinelli was kind of already alluding to, should really be doing more than simply banning and prohibiting these data centers within our town borders. New Jersey's congressional representative, LaMonica McIver, has already recently introduced the AI Data Center Transparency Act because the enormous long-term impacts of these facilities that they have on infrastructure, energy demand, quality of life are only now being publicly acknowledged. So if data centers present enough of a risk for federal legislation and a ban right here in the Township of Union, then this council must publicly support our demand for Kenilworth officials to halt or pause the project until there is full transparency and independent assessment of its risk to our township. Now, you may have some legal barriers, we understand that, legal challenges, but we're asking you to be advocates, to pick up the phone and call Senator Cryan, to be vocal in speaking up on our behalf. Residents should not be left to fight billion-dollar corporate interests alone. I'm asking this council to do everything in its power to advocate for the residents who are demanding transparency, accountability, and independent scrutiny. Key word, independent scrutiny, before this project moves forward and causes irreversible long-term impacts to our region and to our community. I want to add just a couple of other things. The Board of Education issue has been raised. We simultaneously in this town, I was just at the Vision Zero meeting last night. We have right now issues with our education system. We're having issues with traffic and the safety of our roads. Can we kill two birds with one stone? I mean, we're talking about traffic enforcement on Self-Master and all the accidents that happen there. I'd love to see more people getting tickets for speeding down the roadway and using that money to fund what we're apparently lacking in Board of Education funds. So it's just simple ideas like that. And I'm going to say one other thing, and this is no offense to the folks on this committee currently, but I've seen Mr. Spinelli on social media. I've heard his message. He's running as an independent. I can tell you right now, I'm putting a vote in. I'll be voting for Mr. Spinelli. And I think I probably speak for a lot of people that we feel that someone who's willing to stand up at a podium like this and demand accountability.
Your time is up. Thank you so much.
And demand that action be taken is those are the kind of people we're going to be voting for going forward. So I just want to make sure that message gets sent. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any further questions or comments from the public?
Hi, hello? Okay. Yeah, Gil Hernandez, 462 Colonial Ave. My comments will not endear me to my fellow residents. I have no problem with the data center. Ask a question to everybody here. Did everybody care that Shearing Plow and Merck had chemicals in the building? That's not the point. That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is...
Mayor.
Please let him speak. Thank you. Go ahead.
May I just interrupt, sir? Only the person at the podium is allowed to speak. I would just let the gentleman speak and make his comments, just like everybody else had an opportunity to do so without interruption. Thank you.
Thank you. Also, when Chick-fil-A opened, did the community come into an uproar? There's going to be a shooting there. Don't open it. People lost their houses when the Parkway was built. You have to have some sort of, I missed the word, but context. As long as this AI center does not hit me in my pocketbook, in my pocket, because I'm already paying $10,000 a year in taxes, there's no issue here. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying anybody here is wrong. But the social media stuff is sensationalized. I've spent 10 years in the military doing IT. I know what a server farm is. This is a server farm. There's dozens of them all over California, Nevada. It's not that big a deal. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else with any comments?
Hi, Karen Lessel, Wyoming Avenue. I just want to know who's going to represent us next week at the Wednesday meeting in Kenilworth. Which one of yous will be available? Which one of you? Is anybody available Wednesday for the Kenilworth meeting?
We'll look into it and talk about it. Thank you.
And this is not a Democrat-Republican issue. This is a resident. This is people that work their butts off. And just because we're not putting one in Union, doesn't mean this is not going to affect everybody.
Yes. Thank you. Do we have any other questions or concerns? Seeing none, I'll take a motion. Please, ma'am, I'm sorry. Please come to the, no, please come to the mic.
You said that we all received notice that this was going in. We never received anything. We never got a registered letter. We were never told. We had no word at all that this was being an AI center. Not a thing. The only notice we got was a regular letter in the mail saying that they were going to be having a meeting in Kenilworth regarding zoning for plots of land. And that's when we went to the meeting to say, what the hell is going on here? We have no idea. We, on Walton Avenue, are within 200 feet of that center and received absolutely nothing from no one. So don't sit there and tell me that we did, because we did not.
Do you still have that letter? If you can please give
I
it.
have the letter.
Give us a
I don't
copy.
have the envelope, but I do have the letter.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. My name is Renee Roman, 140 Walton Ave. I just want to say concerns with the AI data center. It's very similar to what's going on in Vineland, New Jersey, right? Cumberland County. There was an article released today by Yahoo.com saying that residents, they can't even wash their clothes. That a resident washed their white laundry and it came out brown because that's what their water is. This is going to affect us. I hear you guys saying, well, it's them, and I understand, and I'm so appreciative for that meeting we have. I feel like you guys are actually listening, so genuinely, thank you. It's going to affect you guys when you wash your white laundry. It ain't going to be white. None of us, we're going to have white laundry anymore because the water is going to be brown. You want to look into the future? Look what's going on in Vineland. They started their development and construction, all that last year, right? When Kenilworth was approved of May of 2025. This is going to affect all of us. The best time to do something was yesterday. The next best time to do something is now. So respectfully, if there is something you could do, perhaps look into the affidavit of publication, because by law, the Kenilworth clerk was supposed to provide a list of residents that are in that 250 radius, right? However, no one got that notice before it was approved in May of last year. It's very concerning, and I just want to let you guys know, in addition to me personally standing here, I am writing handwritten letters. My hand is tired. I wrote over 15 letters this past weekend to Joseph Crine, Cory Booker, Andy Kim, Linda Carter, James Kennedy. I forgot the other guy's last name, but Nicholas something. I'm writing everybody. I'm emailing to take every action I can. You know, I work for a town, and we had a visit with the governor, and I couldn't be there because I know I would have spoken up about this. And I think for the respect of the people that I work for, I had to sit back. This is such a huge issue for all of us. So I urge you, if there's something that you can do about your future, about your white laundry, about drinking water in the future, giving your dogs, your pets water in the future, property values. I mean, it is a concern. I hear you, PSE&G, this, that. We hear the same thing. This is a better environment for us because you guys are actually listening, and it was beautiful to sit in there again. But I urge you, there's something more that needs to be done here before it's too late for our future. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Lillian. I live on Stratford Road. I, like many here, are
I'm
very...
sorry, your last name as well?
Cruz, C-R-U-Z.
Thank you.
So like many residents, very upset that I was not notified that this was happening in Union, right next to our home, even though we understand it's Kenilworth property. We've been going to the Kenilworth meetings, and they've been very vague about what's happening. The first meeting, they said, there's no data center being built there, trying to gaslight us the whole night. We don't know what they're going to build there. And now we find out there is an actual data center going up. So We asked them, where did they get their environmental reports from? Well, surprise, they got it from CoreWeave, who's coming in there. How trustworthy are they to give them the environmental reports? Would it be possible for Union to order independent acoustic study reports, maybe look into the nighttime operations of what an AI data center is going to bring? Generator testing. There's going to be massive generators coming to our Union. Low frequency humming has been proven right now by scientists that it's causing major harm in people where they live next to data centers. They're getting nausea, headaches, getting very sick because there's a vibration. It's a humming, low sound that's just 24/7. And I do feel bad for my neighbors here who are right behind that are going to be greatly affected by this. Just the cumulative noise all around. Can Union, if we're saying if you can do something, order your own testing about how true this is that Kenilworth saying that there's going to be very minimal impact to our electricity, which we doubt it because the poles are in Union, so are we going to be paying more electricity? I'm sure we are, because every resident that lives near a data center right now is documenting very, very high electricity costs, pollution in the water, even though their excuse is it's a closed loop system. We already looked into what that is, and it is using water regardless. Can you ask, what is the ultimate long-term build-up plan for this property? Because right now, one data center is definitely going up, but we don't want 6, 7 buildings, which they already subdivided the spaces. Can Union look into this, ask questions, and try to put a stop to them building 6, 7 data centers? That's what we're asking. I had a note here. It's just frustrating to see these companies come into our communities and run all over us like the citizens don't matter. And that's how we feel at this moment in Union. Like, we didn't matter to Kenilworth, we didn't matter to Union when you found out that this was coming. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your comments. Any further questions or concerns? Seeing none, may I, Mr. Basil, I'm sorry, Mr. Basil. Sorry, Mr. Basil, I didn't see you.
Nick Basil, Vauxhall Road, Union. I'd like to change the subject. I want to thank the committee and the Controller's Office for something I asked for last week. Pretty soon, we have Memorial Day. I'm here to represent 58,318 people that didn't come home. I appreciate what you have done. I've asked for the procedure to be changed, and you have done it. I personally appreciate it, and I know anybody that served will appreciate it too. I'm here to thank you for the work you've done on a question I have done. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further questions or concerns? Seeing none, may I?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Please.